What if Obi Wan joined Ahsoka in the Siege of Mandalore? That is our story for today. I hope you enjoy. Our story begins in the emptiness of space. The Resolute hung in the cold darkness of space, engine lights glowing like stars. Inside the briefing chamber, Obi Wan Kenobi stood with arms folded, quietly observing as Ahsoka Tano projected the holographic map of Mandalore. Her voice carried urgency, not desperation, but conviction. "Maul has taken control," she said, eyes sharp. "He's using Mandalore and its people as bait." Anakin Skywalker leaned on the holotable, eyebrows raised. He was proud and yet troubled. "You left the Order, and now you want us to wage a war for you?" Ahsoka didn't flinch. "I didn't come here for me. I came because Maul is pulling the strings behind the war. I can feel it, and he's connected to something darker." Obi-Wan's expression shifted, the name forming on his lips. Darth Sidious. Obi-Wan glanced toward Anakin. He sensed turbulence in the Force around the younger man, a storm building. But he forced his voice steady and neutral. "If Maul is truly involved, then we must consider this carefully. I'll inform the Council for their guidance." Then the doors hissed open. A clone officer rushed in, breathless. "Generals, Coruscant is under attack. The Separatists are bombarding the capital. They've taken the Chancellor." Anakin stiffened. Ahsoka's eyes widened. Obi-Wan felt his stomach drop. "Bold move by the Separatists," he began. The room trembled as distant alarms sounded. Anakin grabbed his belt, already heading for the hangar. "We need to go. Now." But Obi-Wan stayed still. He could see Satine in his mind, her eyes, her voice, her final breath on the cold floor of the Mandalorian throne room. Maul killed her. Maul murdered Qui-Gon. Maul left scars he never healed. The Council can send someone else to Coruscant. This time, he couldn't walk away. "I'll go to Mandalore," Obi-Wan said quietly. Ahsoka and Anakin turned back, stunned. "Obi-Wan, no!" The Council ordered. Obi-Wan finally allowed the truth to surface. Maul killed Qui-Gon. He murdered Satine, and he continues to twist this war from the shadows. I won't allow him to destroy another life. Anakin swallowed hard. He knew that pain. They were both defined by losses. Anakin's voice softened. "Obi-Wan." A rare address, not Kenobi, not master, friend to friend. "If this is your choice, I trust you. I'll rescue the Chancellor. You stop Maul." A silent agreement passed between them, forged through battles and brotherhood. Obi-Wan placed a hand on Anakin's shoulder. "May the Force be with you." Anakin nodded, eyes shining with conflict. "May the Force be with all of us." Rex and the 382nd Legion stood ready in the hangar, helmets painted in Ahsoka's colors. The moment Ahsoka walked in, every trooper saluted. "Commander," they all said in unison. For the first time since leaving the Order, Ahsoka felt like she belonged. Obi-Wan stepped beside her. "We end this together." Ahsoka looked toward the stars, toward Mandalore. Together, their gunship lifted, engines roaring. Behind them, Anakin's fleet launched toward Coruscant. Three destinies diverged. Mandalore burned. Explosions shook the domed city as gunships roared between shattered towers. Mandalorian armor, red and black, streaked through the sky like vipers. The 332nd Battalion descended through blaster fire, blue and orange helmets shining. Obi-Wan gripped the gunship's edge, cloak whipping in the wind. He had fought battles on 1,000 worlds, but Mandalore held a different weight. This world held Satine's memory. Her last breath still echoed inside him. Ahsoka stood beside him, jaw tight, Montrals catching the wind. She watched the chaos below, not with fear, but a fierce, resolute calm. "Maul is here," she said quietly. "I can feel him." Obi-Wan nodded. "He wants you to." The gunship rocked as a rocket clipped its wing. The pilot cursed. "We're taking heavy fire. Hang on." The gunship descended sharply and skidded across the platform. Ahsoka leapt out before it fully stopped, rolling into a sprint. Rex shouted orders as blaster fire erupted. "Everyone, secure the courtyard." Obi Wan flipped from the gunship, landing with poise. His lightsaber activated in a clean blue arc, deflecting bolts back toward incoming Mandalorians. Ahsoka's sabers hummed, one short, one long, spinning in blue arcs of light. Every move was practiced, controlled. She wasn't a Padawan anymore. She felt Maul's presence, distant, coiled, watching. Her calm crackled. "Commander, they're falling back into the tunnels." Ahsoka sprinted, Rex and a squad following. Mandalorians in crimson armor lured them into the Undercity entrance. "They want us down there," Rex warned. "I know." She didn't slow down. Meanwhile, Obi Wan took the higher ground, the throne room corridor, cutting off fleeing Mandalorians. Two dropped to intercept him, jetpacks flaring. Obi Wan shifted, wrist loose, elegant. A parry, a spin, a kick, a single fluid sequence. Both enemies fell. Maul, he thought. This ends today. He stepped inside the throne room and froze. Maul stood beneath the shattered skylight, cape flowing, yellow eyes gleaming. "Kenobi!" The name dripped with hatred and fascination. Obi-Wan's body tensed, but his voice remained calm. "It's over, Maul." Maul smiled. "At last I shall have my revenge." Before Obi-Wan could respond, Ahsoka entered with Rex, blasters clearing the last guards. Her sabers lit the room with silver arcs. "We're ending this, Maul." Maul ignored her, eyes locked on Obi-Wan. "I wonder, does she know what is coming? Do you?" Ahsoka stepped forward. "What are you talking about? What is coming?" Something inside Maul shifted. He spoke not with rage, but pity. "I saw it. A vision of the future. The galaxy will burn, and the Chose One will be at its center." Obi-Wan's chest tightened. "No, not Anakin." "You're lying," Maul laughed. "I was groomed by Sidious, just as he was." Ahsoka hesitated. Obi-Wan felt the world tilt. A cold realization crept in. Palpatine, Sidious, Anakin. Maul leaned closer, voice silk and venom. "You have been blind, Jedi." Something cracked inside Obi-Wan. Fear. He couldn't lose Anakin, not after everything. Maul ignited his crimson blade. "Come then." And the throne room erupted. Maul moved like a storm, feral, unpredictable. Ahsoka matched him strike for strike, twin blades spinning in flashing arcs. Obi-Wan pressed from the opposite side, coordinated, precise. Maul snarled, "You're both wasting your lives trying to save the boy." Obi-Wan drove Maul backward. Ahsoka ducked beneath the counterstrike. They pushed him backwards. Maul jumped in the air, but Obi-Wan force pushed him into the wall. Maul went in and out of consciousness. Then he woke up inside the Mandalorian vault. Powerless. "You will all die," he yelled. Obi-Wan's blood ran cold. He spoke low. "We need to regroup." But before they could act, a distant voice came through Ahsoka's comm. "General Kenobi, the Jedi Temple isn't answering." She turned to Obi-Wan, fear in her eyes. Fear he felt too. They boarded the Republic cruiser, leaving Mandalore. Hyperspace stretched like a river of stars outside the viewport. Inside the command room of the Republic cruiser, Ahsoka and Obi-Wan stood over a glowing map of the galaxy. Rex remained at the console, helmet off, watching the data stream as the ship cut toward Coruscant. Ahsoka tried to steady her breathing. If Maul was right, if Palpatine was behind everything, then Anakin... She swallowed, forcing composure. Obi-Wan stood unnervingly still, hands behind his back, gaze locked on the blue light of the holomap. He was thinking of Anakin. She could feel it. Rex looked up. "We'll arrive in 30 minutes." Ahsoka exhaled. Good. The Council needs to hear Maul's warning. Then a wave of darkness fell. Obi-Wan and Ahsoka felt it. A distorted voice. Sidious voice. Execute Order 66. Rex went rigid, his eyes unfocused. The datapad slipped from his hand. Ahsoka felt the Force twist. Rex slowly turned toward her, pupils shaking. His hand moved toward his blaster. Obi-Wan saw it first. Rex! Rex trembled violently. A single tear escaped him, cutting down his cheek. Find fives. Then he snapped. Open fire! The side door blasted open. Clone troopers stormed in rifles raised. Ahsoka leapt back, sabers igniting in blinding blue arcs. Obi-Wan deflected a bolt on instinct. The shot ricocheted into the door control panel. The door sealed shut, trapping only Rex and 3 clones inside the room. Ahsoka blocked, flipping over the holotable. Obi-Wan kicked a trooper hard enough to knock him unconscious. Rex fired again, wild, frantic, but Obi-Wan swept forward and caught him in a disarming lock. Rex, stop! Ahsoka grabbed Rex from behind, pinning his arms. He struggled like a man drowning. You're both traitors. The Jedi are traitors. Ahsoka pressed her forehead against Rex's helmet. Rex, you're my friend. You're stronger than this. For a moment, just a heartbeat, Rex's eyes cleared. Then they rolled back. He collapsed, unconscious. The clones outside were already burning through the sealed door. Obi-Wan's voice was steady, but his heart pounded. We need to leave, now! They dragged Rex down the corridor, his armored weight heavy between them. Bridge to hangar, cut through maintenance, Ahsoka ordered. Obi-Wan nodded. Go! The alarm blared, red lights flashing. The ship jerked. They were dropping out of hyperspace. Ahsoka stumbled. What? Obi-Wan scanned the console. The clones sabotaged the hyperdrive. The cruiser tore out of hyperspace, spinning wildly toward the green world of Ethor. Obi-Wan pulled Ahsoka down as consoles exploded. Brace for impact! The ship broke through the atmosphere, trees rushing up like spears. Metal screamed. They crashed. Silence. Smoke. Ahsoka coughed, pushing wreckage aside. Obi-Wan was already dragging Rex from debris, his own tunic torn and burned. He's alive. Thank the Force. Blaster fire cracked behind them, clones already regrouping. Obi-Wan pulled his saber, eyes meeting Ahsoka's. Run! They sprinted into the dense Ithorian forest, dragging Rex between them. Rex lay unconscious inside a supply shed, armor stripped, sweat beading on his forehead. Ahsoka found the hidden chip files in his helmet terminal. Designation CT-7567, inhibitor control. Her hands shook. They planned this from the beginning. Obi-Wan leaned against the wall, exhaustion and grief fighting for control. He could still feel the blaster fire. He could still hear Rex's voice. Find fives. He looked at Ahsoka, saw her pain, her fear, her strength. Ahsoka, you're not alone. His voice cracked. Not anymore. She nodded, eyes full of silent thanks. Together they smuggled one of the Ithorians' trade skiffs, loaded Rex aboard, and launched into the night sky. Course set to Coruscant. Obi-Wan stared through the viewport. Hold on, Anakin. Somewhere far behind them, deep in the wreckage of the cruiser, Maul screamed as clone troopers executed him, powerless, unable to use the Force. The skiff drifted through Coruscant's lower atmosphere, cloaked and silent. The city was darker than they remembered. Patrol cruisers lined the sky, searchlights sweeping across districts that once glowed with freedom. Ahsoka felt a cold weight settle in her chest. The Republic is gone. She didn't need the Force to feel it. She saw it in every rooftop and alley. Something had changed, something wrong, something final. Obi-Wan kept his hood up, face hidden in shadow. Beside them, Rex stirred weakly on the stretcher, still unconscious from the crash. Just a little longer, Ahsoka whispered to him. Obi-Wan guided the skiff toward a quiet landing platform behind a senatorial residential tower, one belonging to someone they both trusted, Padme Amidala. The sound of the emergency door chime startled her. Padme had been pacing her apartment for hours, waiting for news about Anakin. Rumors of Jedi treason echoed across the holonet, and now clone troopers patrolled the Senate floors. She opened the door and froze. Ahsoka stood there, exhausted, dirty, bruised, with Obi-Wan behind her and Rex limp between them. Padme's breath caught. Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, what happened? Ahsoka lowered her eyes. Padme, we need your help. Padme ushered them inside, clearing a sofa for Rex. When she noticed Rex's condition, alarm filled her face. Is he hurt? Obi-Wan shook his head. Not physically, there's something in him, in all the clones. Ahsoka met her eyes. We need a sterile room with medical equipment, somewhere off record. Padme didn't hesitate. The Senate has private emergency med bays beneath the residential wing. No records, no droids. We'll go now. Ahsoka nearly collapsed from relief. Obi-Wan allowed himself a breath. Padme grabbed her cloak, leading them through hidden corridors built to smuggle senators out during crises. Ironically, they now smuggled Jedi in. Awareness returned like surfacing from deep underwater. Pain first, then confusion. Rex's vision blurred, sterile lights above, the soft hum of medical scanners. Ahsoka knelt beside him, holding his hand. Easy, Rex. We're going to fix this. Rex blinked, trying to speak. Jedi, you're all traitors. Good soldiers follow orders. Obi-Wan's voice cut in, calm but heavy. Don't worry, old friend. We'll fix you soon enough. Padme stood at the console, operating the surgical scanner manually. The implant is lodged near the frontal cortex. If we disrupt it incorrectly, we won't, Ahsoka assured her, though her hands trembled. Obi-Wan placed a steadying hand on her shoulder. I know you can do this. She inhaled, focused. The laser scalpel hummed. Rex clenched his jaw, eyes squeezed shut. Rex, Ahsoka whispered, stay with us. Minutes stretched into forever. Finally, a dull metallic clink echoed inside the tray. A small chip lay there, slick with blood. Rex gasped and collapsed back, breathing hard. Free, his voice cracked. I tried to stop. I tried to fight it. Ahsoka leaned forward, forehead resting against his. I know. You did. When Ahsoka stepped away to clean the tools, Padme approached Kenobi quietly. Obi-Wan, what aren't you telling me? He hesitated. He had faced Sith Lords without fear, but this truth terrified him. We believe Anakin is in danger. Palpatine has manipulated everything, including him. Padme shook her head. Anakin would never... Obi-Wan lowered his voice. Padme, Maul told us the trust about Palpatine. I felt Anakin's pain through the Force. Something has happened. Padme's hands shook. What are you saying? Ahsoka returned, posture tense. Padme, we need to know where Anakin is. Padme looked between them, torn, trembling. She wanted to lie, but she couldn't. He's gone to Mustafar, to end the separatist leadership. Obi-Wan's breath stopped. Mustafar, a lava world, a place of death. Ahsoka's voice softened, pleading. Padme, please, Anakin needs us. Padme finally whispered the words. I'll take you to him. They left as the first Imperial banners unfurled over the city. The Republic was dead, but hope, thin and fragile, still breathed. Inside a senator, a clone, a Jedi Master, and a former Padawan who never stopped believing. The Naboo starship slipped into Mustafar's orbit like a silver tear. Lava oceans churned beneath choked clouds of ash, lightning crackling red through toxic haze. Ahsoka stood beside Obi-Wan in the cockpit, arms folded tightly against her chest. She felt Anakin, not as the kind brother she remembered, but a storm, a furnace of pain, betrayal, and twisted certainty. Beside her, Rex checked his blaster, jaw tense. Padme piloted, hands shaking against the controls. "Anakin wouldn't hurt me," she repeated silently, but the Force whispered uncertainty. Obi-Wan closed his eyes, letting the burning world fill his senses. "Anakin, please, don't make me do this." The landing ramp lowered. Sulfur wind hit first. Padme didn't wait. She ran out, faster than Obi-Wan or Ahsoka could stop her. "Padme!" Ahsoka called, sprinting after her. Obi-Wan and Rex shared a quick glance. They followed. Anakin stood at the edge of a control platform overlooking the lava river, cloak billowing in the heat. The fire reflected off his eyes, intense, golden, deadly. When he turned, his face softened. "Padme?" He rushed toward her, arms open. Padme threw herself into him, burying her face against his chest. "Oh, Anakin, what have you done?" Anakin held her tightly. "I saved the Republic. I ended the war." He cupped her face with both hands. "We don't have to run anymore. We can rule the galaxy together." Her heart cracked. "Rule?" she whispered. "Anakin, listen to yourself." Obi-Wan and Ahsoka emerged from the ship. Rex stood behind them, weapon low but ready. Anakin's expression snapped into fury. "You brought them here." Padme backed away instinctively. "Anakin, please." "The Jedi turned against me," Anakin roared. "They tried to kill the Chancellor. They betrayed the Republic." Ahsoka stepped forward, carefully, palms open. "We didn't betray anyone, but we are here for you." A flicker, the smallest flicker, of the old Anakin appeared in his eyes. "Ahsoka?" Her voice broke. "Anakin, come home." Anakin trembled, torn. "I am stronger now, stronger than any Jedi." Obi-Wan approached slowly. "Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is a Sith Lord." A vein pulsed in Anakin's temple. "He's the only one who ever believed in me." Obi-Wan felt the knife twist. Anakin turned toward Padme, and his pain turned to rage. "You're with them." "No!" Padme grabbed his arm. "I'm trying to save you." "You're lying." The Force rippled. His hand lifted. Padme gasped, air choking out of her lungs. "Anakin, stop!" Rex didn't hesitate. He drew and fired. Blue plasma sliced past Obi-Wan. Anakin leapt, twisting backward in the air. The bolt hit a couple of storage containers behind him instead. Anakin extended his hand. A wave of Force energy slammed into Ahsoka and Rex, hurling them into the landing gear with a sickening crack. Padme collapsed to the ground, gasping for breath. Ahsoka groaned, vision swimming. Rex didn't move. Obi-Wan stepped between Anakin and Padme, lightsaber igniting. His voice was barely above a whisper. "Don't make me do this." Anakin ignited his saber, a blue glow painting his face like a demon. "You will try." Sparks, fire, rage. They battle across catwalks, conveyors, fuel lines, brother versus brother. Sith versus Jedi, rage versus resolve. Obi-Wan blocks a furious overhead strike. "Anakin, please listen to me. Palpatine is evil. He's using you." Obi-Wan's pleads fall on deaf ears. They crash onto a floating platform, drifting away from a collapsing tower of machinery, lava exploding around them. Obi-Wan leaps off onto the black sand slope, blue lightsaber buzzing. "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground." He looks up at Obi-Wan, breathing hard, saber trembling, and rage twists into something cunning. Then a shuttle descends through the black clouds. Obi-Wan's eyes widen. An Imperial shuttle. Anakin smirks. "You see, I am not alone." Sidious steps out of the smoke, hooded, smiling like death given form. "You have done well, Lord Vader." Obi-Wan stiffens. "Vader?" Sidious gestures casually. Anakin leaps not toward Obi-Wan, but to the lower slope, so the two Sith now flank him on opposite levels. Obi-Wan turns slowly, Sidious behind him. Anakin below him. A trap. Obi-Wan exhales. So this is how the Jedi end. He lowers his voice and touches his comm, hidden in his sleeve. Obi-Wan whispers, "Ahsoka, Sidious is here. Take Padme and Rex. Leave now. We can't let Sidious have the child." Ahsoka, weak and groggy, answers through static. "Obi-Wan, wait, we can still fight. There is no time. Trust the Force, always." Obi-Wan drops the comm into the lava river below. Obi Wan Kenobi turns to face impossibility. 2 Sith Lords. He ignites his saber, a single blue blade against a storm of darkness. Sidious ignites his crimson blade with a hiss. Anakin's saber flares. They step toward him, slowly, circling. Obi-Wan raises his weapon, breath steady. "I'm ready." The heat seared Obi-Wan's lungs as he faced 2 Sith Lords on the black volcanic slope. Above him, Sidious, poised and cold, a viper with a crimson blade. Below him, Anakin circling like a predator. Obi-Wan felt the truth hit him like a blade. I cannot win, but I can buy them time. He shifted his stance, feet squared, blade angled to defend, formed 3 Soresu, his lifetime of mastery. The last shield of the Jedi. Sidious attacked first, a flurry of lightning-fast strikes, more speed than strength. Obi-Wan absorbed every blow, redirecting them with small movements, minimizing motion, controlling space. Anakin pounced from below, rage fueling power, his blows like falling meteors. Obi-Wan flowed between them, blocking Sidious's downward arc, while twisting to deflect Anakin's thrust. 2 blades, 1 defender. Obi-Wan's breathing steadied. Patience. Control the center. Let their anger be their weakness. A blast of Sidious's force lightning cracked against his blade. Obi-Wan grounded himself, absorbing the energy, pushing back with calm precision. Sidious hissed. "Your resistance is impressive, Master Kenobi." Obi-Wan's voice was steady. "I am not here to win." Anakin bared his teeth. "You're here to die." Obi-Wan turned his blade, deflecting a vertical strike, not attacking, never pressing, only enduring. Soresu is not a sword. It is a wall. Every second mattered. Every heartbeat bought them distance. Ahsoka jolted up in the medbay, gasping. Rex stirred beside her, disoriented and bruised. Padme leaned over them. "We have to get away. Obi-Wan told us to leave." Ahsoka staggered toward the cockpit. "No, I can still help him." Rex caught her arm, voice thick with grief. "Commander, we'd only get him killed faster." Ahsoka trembled. "Master, please hold on." Obi-Wan's arms burned, his wrists shook. Anakin and Sidious pressed harder. Sidious slashed low. Obi-Wan parried. Anakin swung high. Obi-Wan twisted, rolling away from the edge of the slope. Obi-Wan's foot slipped on loose ash, and Anakin seized it, a telekinetic grip crushing his throat. Obi-Wan's boots scraped against the volcanic sand. Sidious stepped closer. "Let go, Kenobi. You have lost." Obi-Wan forced air into his lungs, the choke tightening. "No!" he rasped. "Not yet!" He closed his eyes, reaching into the Force. For a heartbeat, he felt them. Ahsoka, Rex, Padme, go, live. With a surge, Obi-Wan slashed upward, breaking Anakin's grip, and Soresu reborn erupted from him, energy flowing through memory, discipline, love. His defense became poetry. He deflected a thrust from Anakin, simultaneously redirecting Sidious's blade into sparks. For a moment, both Sith were forced back, but the fury didn't stop. Anakin roared and drove Obi-Wan down onto the slope. Obi-Wan caught the blade with his own, but his stance broke, his knees collapsing into the coarse black sand. Anakin stood above him, saber inches from Obi-Wan's throat. Sidious paced behind Obi-Wan like a shadow. Obi-Wan panted, sweat mixing with ash. Above them, through the smoke, he heard thrusters. The ship, they're leaving. A single tear slipped down Obi-Wan's cheek. Good. Be safe. He lowered his saber. His voice was barely a whisper. Ahsoka, Padme, Rex, live. He looked down. For the briefest flicker, standing on the lava bank across from him, appeared Qui-Gon Jinn, tranquil, proud. Not a ghost, a presence. Well done, my Padawan. Obi-Wan's breath hitched. Master, I'm sorry. Qui-Gon smiled with sorrow. You have done all you could. Let go. Then he faded. Obi-Wan lifted his eyes to Anakin, the boy he trained, the brother he loved. Anakin, he whispered, I failed you. Anakin's jaw clenched, hate trembling in his voice. You turned against me. Obi-Wan's eyes softened. No fear, only love. No, I loved you. He lowered his head, lightsaber extinguished, and spoke his final words. Do it, Darth. With a single merciless stroke, Anakin cut him down. Obi-Wan's body fell still, but the Force rippled. Not in death, but in release. The last Jedi Master of the Clone Wars was gone. And yet, something luminous lingered. Even Sidious felt it. He looked down, uneasy. His sacrifice will mean nothing. But the Force disagreed. Hyperspace tore open and the Naboo cruiser dropped into the serene orbit of the Polis Massa Medical Facility. Inside, Padme lay in a sterile white chamber surrounded by medical droids. Sweat streaked her face, but she fought through the pain with resolve. Ahsoka held her hand. You're not alone. Rex stood guard at the doorway, wounded but unbreakable. Padme screamed, then cried, It's a boy. Moments later, another cry. It's a girl. Padme held the twins, exhausted yet radiant, alive. Luke, Leia. Ahsoka cradled Luke gently, her thumb brushing his cheek. They're beautiful, she whispered. Rex looked at the infants, at the tiny hands gripping their blankets, and something inside him healed. I wish Obi-Wan was here to see them, he murmured. Padme nodded, tears falling silently. He saved them. Footsteps. Rex spun, blaster raised. A small cane tapped the floor. Yoda stepped into the room, cloak singed from battle. Behind him, Senator Bail Organa. Ahsoka nearly collapsed with relief. Master, you're alive. Yoda's gaze fell on the twins, and something like hope touched his ancient eyes. Strong with the Force, these children are. Hope they represent. Bail spoke quietly. The Senate is gone. The Empire rises. The galaxy needs a plan. Padme held her twins tighter. What do we do now? Yoda turned, silhouette framed by starlight beyond the viewport. Much to do, there is. The room fell silent. 5 adults, 2 newborns, 1 future. The end of the Republic, the beginning of rebellion. And that is where we'll end the story. Comment down below what you thought of the story, and if you would like a part 2. Of course, if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you all for the support, and of course, as always, may the Force be with you.